Good evening, it's time once again for Theodoro's Gothic Invasion. I think I owe a bit of an explanation as to why this has been so haphazard over the past week. Basically my computer was dying and I had no idea why. Well, I know that one of the causes was that one of my RAM slots is busted. If I put anything in there, the computer won't start. But there must have been something else, so I did a complete fresh reinstall. And touch wood, we don't get any blue screens this time. Given it a bit of a test ride, and there haven't been any, but well, it's never that easy, is it? So I can't really remember where we were with the Gothic Invasion before. So your guess is probably better than mine. I believe we were trying to vassalize Switzerland, but they kept being a diplomatic pain in the arse. They would declare wars, and I would lose my diplomatic reputation and not be able to get them. So what can I do to solve this? Well, I could probably get my legitimacy back up and get an advisor as well. Unfortunately, we don't... None of these advisors are about to die, so... So what can I do? Sadly, I don't seem to get a policy to increase my my influence either. Diplomatic reputation, which is strange. You'd think diplomatic ideas would have some available. Let us scour these. Have it with offensive ideas. Well, I have offensive ideas, so I just need a little bit more dip, and I can get at least +1 from that policy. I can't remember how much effect +1 will have. Probably just a +3 to this. But that combined with what I get from legitimacy should be okay, so we just need to hold out in that regard. So okay, if we just keep happy knowing that's the case, then what do I still have to do? Aggressive expansion is so-so. Okay, Austria hate our guts, and I really can't be spending Diplo power right now. So we'll just let time march on. All these offers to lower my legitimacy, I'm just going to have to say no. Our legitimacy will come back fairly quickly, though. The fortress mission does not give manpower, it only gives army tradition. And unfortunately we are no thalassocracy. Okay, France hate our guts, but they don't have enough aggressive expansion to join a coalition, which we can all be thankful for, because coalition wars in this current patch are extremely difficult to win. The fact that I could vassalize you, it is very tempting, but until you realize a lot of those cores are on people that are already my subjects. It's also tricky because France has these relationships with people that I want to fight. Not to mention we have the Portuguese here. It may be coming close to the time that I simply have to destroy France. Oh well, I've got 50% administrative efficiency, so I could actually rip them apart with nationalism. Portugal wouldn't want to join in on their side, so I can get the Portuguese, the British and the Scandinavians all on my side to destroy them. Trust me, a very tempting thing to do, but I want Switzerland as my vassal first. Man, those Fourth Crusaders out there. Maybe get these guys back to somewhere that can be considered useful first as well. All these people tempting me to fight them, but I just really want Switzerland inside me. I could fight Saxony to get around the issue of Portugal joining in these other wars, but I still need to rip Austria asunder. And he has very little but high base tax land, which I need to directly own. So one thing that might be worth my time is getting some claims going, so at least they'll be slightly cheaper to core when I do eventually rip them asunder. Jake, improve relations with people so they don't join coalitions against you, since you have lazy dips. I think I already did quite a lot of relation improving. And... Alright, the Palatinate is one person I certainly don't want in, just because they're such a pain in their size. I want to keep that diplomat free, just in case a very sudden opportunity to vassalize Switzerland comes up. I get the full +20 from military power, the royal marriage, threatened. The trust will go up over time, but it's that diplomatic reputation that I need, and I'm a couple of years away from capping out my legitimacy. That actually might work. I cap the legitimacy, I get enough dip power for the idea and the policy, and then I can diplo-vassalize Switzerland. And then I can go on a rampage, because I can just force-feed Switzerland. They have so many ideas that reduce unrest that it should not be an issue. Jake, Switzerland won't like you claiming Austria. Switzerland can go and suck it, I suppose, because... actually, does trust suffer when you get caught fabricating claims? Who's to say? I wish I had some numbers on trust. I would like to know what increases trust. I'd also really like to get my PP up. Okay, none of those are guys that would increase my theologian, artist, and philosopher. None of those are going to help me out. Ah, okay, so I was discovered. Now we can figure out if that did hurt my trust. It did not hurt my trust. It just gave me a little bit of aggressive expansion. Which is no problem, because these guys already love me. Nonetheless, let's keep those relations as high as they go. Do you have a prestige advisor? Well, it's meaningless since I already have maximum prestige. Better relations over time guy is good. I would love to get more dip power. Better relations over time is useful. You know what, we're in a hurry, so let's get you in for now. It's not like money is that much of an issue right now. The Novgorods want to rise up? But why? Ah, that's funny. The Novgorods want to rise up in Moscow. For what reason, who's to say? Yeah, when my only other rival option is Scandinavia, I think I would rather take the PP hit. One conquest is good, but I need more. I want it all, frankly. His spy defense is massive, so I should pretty much just assume that I'm going to get caught fabricating these. Jake, will you have time to integrate your vassals? I got tons of time. No need to worry. I have both influence and diplomatic, so I'll be able to integrate them at light speed. Alright, it'll take less than a year to get that policy up and running, but I'll probably need the legitimacy as well. 2 a year, that's 2 years away. Part of me thinks I might actually want to, just because it's cheaper in terms of aggressive expansion, to get these guys as my vassals, then integrate them. That is very pleasing to see. Honouring an alliance will gain you +10 trust with the ally that called you to war. Demanding to return cores in a peace will grant you +10 trust with the nation you returned cores to, while ceding occupied provinces gives +5. Interesting numbers. I will have to check them and write them down. Because trust is very useful, especially when getting allies to join in your war. It can be a +100 to having them join in your wars if they have maximum trust. But Sweden has Switzerland has so much, maybe not base tax, but provinces under their command that I really want them vassalized. They're also in an ideal place to chow down on them. Alright, yeah, trust didn't get hit there, but wow, that aggressive expansion from 2 discoveries is pretty heavy. Thankfully, oh, not so thankfully. I'm going to need to give you another gift. I don't already have the sent gift. Thankfully, we got tons of money, so we can afford to just throw money at the problem. With that logic, you should also diplo-vassalize Saxony. Yeah. I know you're right, but I just really want to fight. This music is far too exciting for this situation. Yeah, my statesman died at a very inopportune time. Can't go wrong with more units. Yeah, I got one policy that increases dip rep, but I need to flesh out my diplomatic ideas. Which means just one more idea, and then everything is hunky-dory. I hope it works, though. I really hope it works. It's the sound of my nation's officials when they realise the statesman has died before we vassalize Switzerland. Less than 100 years to go and we have all of Germany to consume, but that shouldn't be a problem. I don't think subsidies increase trust at all. But you know what? Might as well give them a little bit. Alright, that's what we're talking about. Lowered impact from stability problems. Now that policy. What else does it give us, actually? Spy offense! Well, you know, it might be useful whilst we crush Austria. But I'm going to wait until I have max legitimacy before I do that, because it will be all for Connaught if we don't get a legitimacy bonus from 100 of it. Jake, don't give him subsidies or money, he might build a bigger army. That's alright, we have the full plus 20 from having a bigger army, and I don't think that's going to go away. Alright, once I have him vassalized, I am tempted to just rip France to shreds. He'll bring in his allies Catalonia, no problem. Tuscany, ideal, since they have a couple of Milanese cores that need to be returned. Who else do you bring in? Liège and Netherlands. You're not Germanic, so I do not care. Netherlands is all Germanic. I certainly care. Gelra can feast upon them. Probably give me aggressive expansion up the bum, but that's okay. We'll keep our allies nice and sweet. And everything will come together. Also, remember, Portugal have Castile under them in a personal union. And I don't think they're about to lose that union. Historical friends and all that. Jake, does spy offense have any impact on the game at all? It does, but it's not really going to affect your game, as in your campaign. It's a pretty worthless stat. Has its uses inside the HRE? Maybe, because again, it's still down to luck. I'd love to declare war on Poland, but gotta get that vassalization. For that, I need 2 more legitimacy. Although I wonder if I'll just get a horrible event that costs me legitimacy. Wouldn't that be funny? Pro tip, it would not be funny. Getting Ulm on my side might be a little tricky. All these costs. And the fact that Ulm has no foreign cores might make it a bit of a waste of time. But you are just one more person I can feed. Then again, with administrative efficiency at this level, I really shouldn't be scared of feeding. Now people can consume 50 base tax worth of land without suffering the overextension crises. And if I just shatter France's back, I don't think there is going to be a coalition started against me. Jake, I'm playing at Iron Man England. I got the PU on France, ran a PU with Castile, and I just got a PU over Austria. Well done. Now you're suddenly going to feel that, oh, there's no challenge in this game now, guess I'm going to stop. Or you're going to enjoy being a wrecking ball. It's one or t'other. And who am I to say either way? Yeah, part of me is thinking that I'm not actually going to get it from that one little sliver of legitimacy, but I might. Again, who's to say? And I'm not really feeling the time pressure, so I can just chillax. Also, Saxony doing me a... No, I thought he was doing me a terrific favour by taking Brunswick, but he is not. I guess fewer nations is fewer to deal with. Now ain't the time. Why? What? Why? What? You ain't my buddy. The Netherlands, your faithful allies requesting. Did I warn you or something? We warned Scandinavia not to start any wars. This is going to hurt my trust, isn't it? It did hurt my trust. It did hurt my trust. And now even if I get the +3 and +3, I'm down to... What the heck? Oh, well, I can honour this. Sure, I'll fight France. Well, said I was going to. Didn't increase my trust with you, though. Never rains, but it falls. Let's just make sure my troops are in somewhat defendable locations. Yeah. We're getting you guys out of there. Oh, I didn't get any bonus from having all that legitimacy. Okay, so what it's basically telling me is I need a statesman to diplo-vassalize Switzerland. Guess we just wasted a whole bunch of time and got into a war we... Oh, no, that's not true. We have plenty. And I don't think I have to worry about you because you're exiled and very confused about it all. I need a bit of trust with you. Or some little bonus to diplomatic reputation. If I just got a little tick, you know, that would be nice. A monthly, not monthly, but one of the... my warning on you was... what, it's still in effect, even though I didn't honour it? Okay. Jake, if you activate 2 policies, I think you can do it. Yeah, unfortunately, I only have 1 policy that I can activate. That gives me, diplomatic reputation. Huh. Oh, well. Funny the things you see. What did that require? Well, it matters not. Welcome to the fold, Switzerland. Now let's be a wrecking ball, although I'm not sure where and how. What can I do to help? Alright, that's an idea. I can destroy Tuscany, and hopefully Scandinavia will return those cores to Milan. It would be lovely if they did. And hilarious if they did not. Quantity plus dip. Okay, we'll roll with that. Quantity has a quality of its own, after all. I love Bulgaria so much. Do we have any Bulgarians in the chat? If so, I love you. Oh no, they ran further than I thought. Jake, did you stop subsidies to the Swiss? It's only 0.1 per month. I think I can do without it. That's a shame. I wanted to discombobulate France on my own terms. Maybe I'll white piece out of it and do my own thing. I don't mind Saxony taking Bohemian lands, since I'm not interested in them anyway. And this is an ideal opportunity to fight anybody that... hold on now. Portugal is defender of the Catholic faith. But they didn't join in a war against... Okay, no, it was between Catholics. Could it finally be time for Altmark to go? I think it's time for Altmark to go. They're just sitting there getting in my way. Get to it. And enjoy a bit of backup. Just in case the French come. Wow, they demolished my my morale in no time at all. Hope I can get there in time. I could not. Whoa. Am I not paying my troops or something? They are just destroying me. Yeah, they really destroyed me. I'll have you two join back up once all is said and done here. We shall also not allow you to get anything that resembles an army together. Jake, will separate peace out of a war affect trust? Yes, but now we now have Switzerland as a vassal, so I care not about my trust. Okay, well maybe getting Ulm as a vassal, but we overpower them to such a degree that it doesn't really matter much. I hope I don't have claims on this region, because it would not be funny if... well, actually it would be kind of funny if our friends, the Scandinavians, gave us a bunch of this land that we don't even want. Actually, that would be kind of funny. In a horrible kind of way. Our friends the Swiss are going to Tyrol, but goodness knows why, since they can't actually fight the French. They're not involved in that war. What we'll do is we'll be good guy Theodorans and take care of Bulgaria's rebels. Another one for Milan. Back to Abruzzi. You know, maybe I should just give all this land to Milan. And that will prevent any of it going to me. Although I somehow think that he's not going to give it to me anyway. Still, it is worth a shot. Oh, Savoy is involved in this. And Savoy has some cores that we are somewhat interested in. Well, specifically we're interested in that core, so let's go for it. Let's stick all we can onto it, otherwise surely the French are going to come along and just demolish our forces. My heir's pretty baller, so I actually do want my king dead. Throw him to the lions. Give it all to Milan. Milan is someone we will probably never integrate. Oh dear. Scandinavia is truly the worst ally. Why do they exist? Really, I only have them as my ally, so I don't have to fight them myself, but I may have to rethink this. Smelly, dumb Scandinavian scum. Alright, once this war's over, I'm going to demolish what I want, where I want inside the HRE. Maybe I should think about integrations here. I mean, who are my vassals? Bulgaria don't want to integrate. Brandenburg. There is still land to give to the Brand. And I'm not in a position to do anything other than take Austrian land for myself. Well, maybe I should anyway. Yeah, we don't see much aggressive expansion for this, so... Thank you kindly, Altmark. It's almost obscene that I can vassalize you, but the thing is, now I really don't want to because you have these horrible Bohemian lands. I think we'll just fight. Sure, Poland and Austria will get involved, but what you gonna do? Claims or no claims? I think we go no claims. Sod the French. Yeah, the whole point of doing this is to get around Portugal being called in. Poland, Albania, Saxony, Venice and Austria. Well, Venice is far from a concern right now, so let's just go for it. We'll worry about the details later. Jake, release Bavaria. They have how many cores exactly? They have one on Ulm, which would make it a little less sensible to vassalize them. And stop not thinking about it as 2 provinces. Got to think of that as 21 base tax. Yeah, I should probably punch them out, just as a nation, and diplo-vassalize them. Sure, we're going vassal heavy, but we have plenty of diplo power. And we no longer need the massive relations, so we can start integrating. Alright, I've justified it enough in my head, let's go for it. Oh, good luck, Bulgaria. Actually, releasing